All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the pre-market show. Happy Tuesday, February 12th. Hope everyone had an amazing day yesterday, a good trading day, and also having a good morning today. All right, so let's get into it. Great recaps yesterday, guys. We'll get into that as well. Two great recaps by our members. I'm really excited to see that. It's great how you can learn from others in their trading, their style of trading. So we'll talk about that as well. All right, so we are live on YouTube. Welcome, members in YouTube. Thank you for joining us for the pre-market show. So as usual, we're going to go over our market pulse. Our rundown is market pulse today. We'll see what the market is doing. Then we'll get into some of the top plays and highlights from yesterday. See what we did here. Here's our watch list that we traded yesterday. EA was amazing. A lot of traders took advantage of EA. So again, it's in play again today, up 8%, 281,000 shares traded so far. So let's have some fun with EA today as well. Then we'll get into our pre-market watch list building. So we'll go over our trade ideas gappers, which looks pretty healthy right now. Has a lot going on over here. Then we'll go over into our Nasdaq active and Nasdaq gainers right over here. Then I will look into both chat rooms and see what stocks you guys have that we might have not looked at yet. All right, and while we get started, let's give people a little chance to log in. Hope everyone is okay in the middle of the country. If you're having some of these storms that are coming across, is expected to hit northeast later today. No snow yet in my area, so hopefully it's not too bad. But if you're in one of those locations, I'm seeing the news and it just looks crazy. So be safe out there if you're doing any traveling or anything like that. All right, guys, so let's get into our top plays and highlights from yesterday. Of course, let's start with EA. EA is just unbelievable. First, let's look at the daily chart. So EA kind of not doing much. It's minding its business. And then out of nowhere, we had this drop on some news. ATBI also dropped in this day. I forgot the other gaming stocks. So several gaming stocks dropped in this day. We played them for the short. I think on this day I played ATBI, played very well. So I traded that one for opening range breakup. And now we're seeing, we just had this huge, it was like a slingshot, right? Comes right back down. Then it just shoots up above the trading range it was in. And then yesterday it went all the way up to 107, lost it all, and now back up 8.1. So again, just a stock that's definitely in play today. Yes, TTWO was the other one. Thank you, CC Top. Again, all the gaming stocks have been in play, but EA has been just unbelievable. ATBI, actually, we'll look at ATBI. ATBI hit our scanners. I missed it, hit our turbo breakdown. We didn't have it on our list, but it was an amazing opening range breakdown. If you saw the turbo breakdown scanner, we'll look at that next. It lost a lot, so it could be in play today as well, even though it's not on here, just because of the huge day it had yesterday. Huge drop there. So then EA, let's look at EA. Look at EA here. Oh, this is the pre-market action. This is from yesterday right over here. So yesterday had a great pre-market action. So you can see here again, it was in play, had volume, beautiful range here. Then right at the open, it just takes off. It literally just takes off. Does a bit of a pullback here. Beautiful open range breakup. I know some members took this trade right here. They took it for a long, all the way up to this 107. That's a nice move. We were going from 104 all the way to 107. That's a $3 change or so. Right there, depending on your entry. So great move. People got out here. Maybe you held through this pullback and took some more up over here. But then we get this beautiful double top, right? We tease this double top reversal here. Goes up, comes back down, tests 107 right on the dot again, and then it just rejects that price action. Several members, Norm included, and several other members got in around this area here, and then took this for a nice short. All the way down here. Again, might not look like a lot because it doesn't seem that way, but this is 105, guys. This is 105 something all the way down to 103. That's a big drop. That's a big move there. So great job there, guys. And then we had this pop here, right over here, back to 104. Look at this level we had, 104.40. We got this from our daily chart, right? Test this level one more time, rejects the VWAP, rejects this level, right back down. People again got in right on this pop over here and took this down for a short. This was great. We took it down for a short here, consolidated, never comes back to your break-even point. And then if you were able to hold through this patient enough, already took some profits down here at this 102 level. Look at this level again we got from our pre-market show as well. Holds this 102, and then it tests kind of want to test the VWAP again. It doesn't. But if your entry is above this 104, you can survive this, and then it does this beautiful drop to 101. We were live in the chat room. Norm and other members were in this trade, and we were actually just having a little fun selecting what level will be next. I had picked 101, somebody else had picked 100, and again, just hit both. Hit 101, 32, which we had in our chart, and then we also had I added this one after 100, which was the pre-market was kind of hanging around this area. It hits that as well. So again, just a beautiful trade on EA. People took advantage on the way up and the way down, and hopefully it's gonna looks like it's gonna be in play the way it's setting up right now. Kron was a great trade. This is the trade I took. Let's get the 1 minute chart here. Again, Kron, let's look at the daily chart. Kron has been in play the last several days. I think all my recaps for last week had Kron. I traded Kron, I think, Thursday, Friday, and yesterday as well. Again, just very strong over the last several days, right? We saw this all-time high. Then it starts rejecting this, doing a consolidation here, pullback and up and down. And then now is down again, 2.6, losing it. So it could be in play again today if it gets the volume. But here's how we traded it yesterday. Yesterday, it had a huge sell-off. Right over here, really big drop. Me and Brian were timing this for a possible reversal. Brian got in around this area, but he got stopped out and he had to run, so he couldn't wait to for this because he had to head out. But then it does this nice double bottom. Look at this double bottom right here. It comes right back up. I got in around this area expecting the pop over the VWAP. We did get that nice pop over the VWAP. We took some partials out here. Then our entry was right at this level here, 1970. I remember that. It kept bouncing off 1972 in the chat when we were very patient, saying, you know what, let's wait. This is why sometimes, you know, setting limit orders or hard stops could be difficult because this price action was showing us clearly that it came back down, right back up, came back down, right back up. So there was buyers sitting here pushing the price up. If you had a hard stop here at your break-even point, you would have been out of this trade and would have missed this entire move. So sometimes the price action, even when it hits your entry point, really says a lot about what's going on with this stock. So we were patient here. We survived this pullback right below VWAP. And then from there, it just took off. We took some partials here, some up here as well. And then I believe I got stopped out for the rest around this area here. So again, just a beautiful trade here on Kron. Then from there, it just sells off really nice. I didn't have shares for sure on Kron. If anybody else did, they could have taken advantage of this this nice it's in a downtrend, right? Basically comes up here, rejects this moving average, cannot get up there. I was expecting for it to get to 2050, didn't. Once it rejects it here, you got kind of like a double top. Another great short once it loses its 2015. Nvidia I had on my watch list, but again, I was trading Kron, but it was also a bit choppy here, and then it does the same thing, kind of pushes up, just kind of like Kron did, goes above VWAP, gives it this nice little break towards the top. You can take profits on the way up once it leaves the VWAP, and then it's kind of just dry, just sells off, dripping down the rest of the day, just selling off here. AMD, I did not really like AMD at all. It had this weird candle all the way up here, right back down. It did sell off, it looked weak, but then it started coming up here. This is actually, we were calling this for long around this area here, but didn't really take off that much. I mean, if you were patient, had a good entry, you could have gotten here, and then this could have been a nice little pop over here. And then AVCO, again, had tons of volume in the morning. We were expecting this to do a fallen angel, then pop back up. But I want to show you guys something. This is why this I lost interest real quick, me, Brian, and the rest of the members. There was no volume, right? So you had this nice low volume coming in. This is 900 and something thousand shares traded. The next volume is okay, about 469, but then after that, it just dies down. Nothing happens. It's selling off. We thought, okay, maybe it could consolidate here, and then usually around 10:30 is when you want to see the volume start coming back in, head back to VWAP for a possible fallen angel, right? This is a strategy that we teach. Never happened. It just kept dropping from there. So again, the volume never came in. ATBI yesterday, I did not have this on my watch list, but man, what a day the ATBI had. So again, just sells off here, nice pullback, and you had several opportunities here. You have a nice pullback you can get in here for the short, right? Opening range of the 5-minute or even opening range of the 15-minute. Although this candle is a bit weird here. This could have freaked out anybody if you're getting into this trade. I'm sure this happened really fast. It was probably not an opportunity for you to get in here for this short, right? But then it comes up, tests this VWAP again. If you didn't trade it at all, again, it just looks very weak, and then it just completely dumps here. Once it loses this level, this was your entry. You don't want to get in here because it can bounce from this level and head back up. But the minute it consolidates here, and you see that it doesn't want to get back to VWAP, this would have been a great entry here for a short down to this 40.73. So great trade on ATBI. Again, let's see how ATBI trades today. We'll have it on our watch list as well. We'll look at it and see how it plays out. All right, guys. So again, and also while we're at it, make sure you check out Matt R. Matt R goes over his strategy and what he did on EA, and also Kira did her recap as well, first recap. So make sure you look at that recap as well. See how she's trading. Look at the different time frames that she's using. Right, I learned a lot from her recap. She's using actually 20 seconds time frames, and that's working for her. She had a great trade on EA as well. So make sure you check out those recaps and give a thumbs up for the great job. Because again, it's not hard. It's not easy to do these recaps, right? It takes time, so we appreciate it because I learn a lot from it, and I'm sure other members do as well. All right, guys, we got a lot to go through here. Let's get into it. Here's our gappers list. We'll start with this first. Let's get our list right over here. Getting all right to the pre-market at the moment. Okay, excellent. So let's start with ELLI. There we go. ELLI. All right, we have 269,000 shares traded. We can see that right over here in your watch list, or even here on the montage as well. It looks like this got halted already because this T mean here trading resumed, right? So when you see a T here on your montage, that means that it probably got halted and now trading has resumed. We also have our halt scanner is working now. It wasn't working from trade ideas, but now you can see here it was halted. Well, actually, it was here earlier. Why isn't it here now? But it was here earlier. This is a halt scanner, so you can see it. It'll tell you when it got halted and when it resumed. But I did see this stock earlier today. Trading resumed. Right now, what's the deal with this stock? Daily chart doesn't look great. I don't really like this daily chart. I don't like the candles. Volume is there, but the price action is all in one price. Is this a buyout or a merger? Is this what this is? This action looks like it's a buyout. So let's check out. All right, so Gary, you're telling me it's a merger. All right, so I'm just gonna check Benzinga real quick. ELLI. Yep, being acquired by at 99. So that's the price. All right, so this is definitely a merger buyout. Thanks, Gary. Confirmed that they were our Benzinga, so we'll get rid of this. We don't want to trade that. Next, we have COTY. COTY is in play, up 17.5. That's nice. 4.9 million shares. Yeah, this is definitely, it's got the volume. Daily chart looks okay. Wow, look at this. All right, we don't have shares for short. What is the flow? Okay, it's a larger flow. Yeah, I don't like the pre-market action. This pre-market action, I don't like this. It's just pretty flat. Yeah, you had a big move here. I like things to have a flow, right? That's nicer. But this does have the volume. This is not a merger or anything, right, guys? This is independent. Any news on this? If anybody could check Benzinga while I move forward. But again, I don't like this pre-market action, but it does have amazing volume. I mean, almost 5 million shares. So that's quite a bit. Daily chart looks okay. I don't like this daily chart where it barely moves, right? It's barely moving, but the last several days have been nice. It looks like it's been in our watch list. Obviously, we have some levels here. I'm going to remove these and we're going to find fresh levels. All right, so they got an offer. All right, thank you, Avatar. All right, so our buddy EA has just been unbelievable. Let's look at EA over here. All right, so just again, look at this daily chart, just crazy. I'm going to remove these levels. We're going to find some good ones, some more fresh ones here. So again, back up again after losing, having a big loss yesterday. Is up 8%, 304,000 shares traded so far. So this will definitely be in play. We'll put EA in our watch list. STM offer buyout 1165. That's for Adam. That's for Cody, I'm assuming. All right. So yeah, that's good. STM, not a great pre-market action. This is a horrible pre-market action, guys. Look at this. Just no candles, no volume. So again, we don't want to be trading this. And STM doesn't trade well. Look at this daily chart. This is what I consider a very that's right, the whole garbage pre-market right here. This is garbage pre-market, garbage daily chart. You know, two things that are not going for it. You don't want to trade this. So we'll get rid of it. Next we have Kron. Yeah, I knew Kron was going to be in play today. It's been on the move. Looks very weak, but again, you can have some sell up here, like we did last time. Let's remove some levels as we have some high and lows kind of getting a little congested here. So we'll get some levels here. If you have shares for sure, this is great. You definitely want to watch this stock. But down 2.3, it's been losing it slowly the last several days. 336,000 shares traded. So that's good. I like Kron. Out of all the POS stocks, Kron, I think, trades the best. And CGC sometimes gives you a good opportunity. Actually, CGC sold off nicely in the afternoon yesterday. GILD, not that much volume, not a great pre-market action. We had this big drop here yesterday, right? This is yesterday, yeah. Then from here, what we have going on? So not much. Pre-market action doesn't look great. Pretty choppy, no volume. What does that daily chart look like? Daily chart doesn't look too good neither. So we'll keep it on here for now. Let's see if we can get more volume out of GILD. Next we have FTI. All right, so FTI down 3.7, 107,000 shares traded so far. Not that much volume, but you got some range here in the pre-market. If the volume can come in, hopefully we can get a nice flow to it. Not a great daily chart. What is this? Fitbit? What is this? Oh, it's something else. All right, so this is must be a foreign stock. Looks like it. Yeah, I don't like the daily chart. I don't like all these gaps in between here. I like to have a nice flow on the daily chart, help find some good levels. Right now, volume is not there, but it could have some potential. So we'll keep it on here. It could have some potential, but right now it's not looking great. APHA is probably down as well, right? Yep, down 4.3. There's another POS stock as well. The POS stocks lately has just been taking a hit, but they had a huge run. They had a huge run here. They're all just giving some back now the last several days. So pre-market action does not look great. It is on short selling restriction. Actually, no, this pre-market action looks okay. It's losing it here. It has the volume. If it can continue with this type of volume steady, it can get better. But it only has 132,000 shares right now. Daily chart looks good. Again, it's kind of losing all these levels and dropping lower. So we'll keep APHA right on here for now. Shop. See what Shop is up to. Shop is all right, so Shop's pre-market action, yeah, this looks okay. This looks all right. Has the volume 237. It is down 5.1, which I like. Has a good daily chart here as well. We have some levels from before, 153, 144, 138. So yeah, so Shop looks good. Well, we can look at this as well. Pre-market action is losing at the moment. So let's see what Shop has for us today. VRNS. VRNS is not that much volume. Has a nice range on the pre-market action, but only 116,000 shares traded. It is down 23% though. I like that. We have shares for short. We're at somewhat at a level here, right? So if it can get more volume and pick a direction, this could be a really nice trade. Is this level all-time low? Where are we with this? No, it's not all-time low. So we do have some levels down here. Yeah, so this looks good. I like the fact that we're down so much. What's the news on this? Let's look this up. VRNS. What's going on with VRNS? So downgrade. All right, they got a downgrade, benchmark downgrade, several downgrades here. Wow, just because of earnings yesterday. So they got downgrades, so now they're feeling it. Okay, and the way we're checking this, guys, our chat room has a great feature for those that are just joining us. This feature here, you can put it in the ticker you want, and then you can get the news, the latest news on here. And if you leave no ticker, then as the news comes in, it'll just populate here, give you a little header of what's happening. All right, so VRNS I like. I don't like the pre-market action at the moment, but I like that it's down 23%. Hopefully more volume can come in here. We can get a good play out of this. AMRS popped up into our scanners, is up 4.6. Not that much volume yet. We traded in the past. Let's get rid of these levels here. It's getting a little congested with the high and lows as well. Whoops. Here we go. All right. Yeah, so MARS on short selling restrictions, but I do have shares for short, so that's good. Yeah, we could watch this. Let's see if we can get a good pre-market action out of it. We just need more volume on it. All right, anything else we might have missed on our gappers list? Nope, I do not think so. All right, so let's get into our Nasdaq active and Nasdaq gainers, and then I'll get into what you guys are sending over. Let's see what we can find there. All right, so give me 1 second, guys. Okay, so let's see here. All right, just got a text there. They closed my daughter's school. So things are in motion. I think they're expecting for it to be really bad. All right, so Nasdaq gains right over here. WRX. WORX is what is happening here? No volume, not a good pre-market action. AMTX, not a good pre-market action. MIME, nothing happening. TRVN is always here, but doesn't look great, never. So don't like the way that looks. EA we have ADMA, not a good pre-market action. SKIN, nothing great. KMDA, nothing happening. CLDX, no volume. ADMR, no, sorry, ADMP, nothing going on here, right? So let's go to Nasdaq active right over here. So we have an ETFs, we'll skip that. AMD volume as usual, but really not in play. It's up 1.6, but this pre-market action does not look great right now. Eric has the volume, but again, nope, not a great pre-market action, not really tradable. Cron, let's look at Cron we have, EA we have, on ETFs, all right. TRVN we looked at, again, just has the volume, but not a good pre-market action. HNMY, the last one, we know this is not tradable, just always has the volume, but again, not anything you want to trade. All right, so we have quite a bit here. What are you guys watching on your end? I saw somebody say UAA, this is Under Armour, right? Yep. So UAA, 715,000 shares traded so far. That's quite a bit, up 2.5. Yeah, this is definitely in play. We could watch this. Pre-market action actually is starting to look pretty good. Starting to get some volume here. If it can stick together and get into a flow here, it can be something. So I like Under Armour. Definitely has the volume. We'll watch that. Dollar bill is giving us CHGG. All right, CHGG up 9.8. That's nice. I like the fact that it's up. Daily chart looks good, but I don't like the volume right now. It's got to get better volume. So dollar bill, keep an eye on this. Let us know if it gets more volume. But right now, it doesn't really have the volume at the moment. But if the volume comes in before 9:15 or so, give us a shout. TAP. Nick T is giving us TAP. Let's look at TAP, down 7%. That's nice. No volume just yet, but I like the fact that it's down 7%. Daily chart looks good. It's leaving all these levels here. I'm just kind of trying to hold this 60, 80. So keep an eye on this. Let us know if the volume comes in. This could be a good play for later on today. It's down quite a bit. Does that have some news as well? Next we have DWT. DWT we looked at yesterday also. Now DWT, this is a right, it's an ETF, crude oil ETF. So again, it's a little bit different to trade. I don't trade ETFs. It is tradable, but again, it's just not my expertise. I don't know how to advise you on this one. So it just depends how it trades throughout the day, really. It's hard to look at the pre-market and say, oh, this is gonna have a good day or not when you know, in that type of case. All right, what else we have, guys? VKTX we have traded in the past. VKTX. All right, VKTX up 5.5, 180,000 shares traded so far. Wow, this daily chart has been horrible lately. Look at this, all this chop, right? It's not really doing anything. But today, let's see what we're up to. Not a great pre-market action either. So my concern with this is it's kind of stuck in the range. Yeah, it's popping up now a bit, up 5.5. But the last several days, it's kind of been stuck in this range. So I'm not sure about this one. It needs to get more volume to make it interesting, but the daily chart is not interesting right now. So I'm going to bypass on VKTX. What else we have, guys? ATVI. Yeah, ATVI. Let's look at that. I had a big day yesterday selling off. Not doing much right now. Volume is 131,000 shares. I'll keep ATVI here just to see how it gets later on. But right now, I had a big drop yesterday. You know, it's kind of been losing. It's been taking a huge hit. Let's remove these levels. We'll find levels for it in case it surprises and hits our turbo breakdown. But right now, it doesn't look like anything is happening. But that's what happened yesterday, right? Yesterday, we didn't have this on our watch, right? Look at the pre-market action yesterday. It's just not much happening right over here, actually. Not much happening, no volume. And then out of nowhere, at the open, it just takes off here. So yeah, we'll keep it on here. We'll see if we'll take a look at it later, see if we can get some volume out of it. All right, anything else in our gappers list? Nope, nothing else here. ACBs. All right, so let's look over here. MARS, we have day trader. We have MARS. We have it right over here. Yeah, so this is definitely in play. Has a good pre-market action. We need to get more volume out of it, though. I do like the fact that I do have shares for short. It is up 4%. We have traded in the past. So let's see how we can get something out of AMRS. What else we have? Kremova is giving us CHK. CHK has the volume. Pre-market action doesn't look great right now. Not a good pre-market action here. And this pre-market action is happening really with no volume. Let's get this down over here. So not much volume happening right now. Looks like the volume came in just right over here. So not much going on for today. Actually, no, right over here. Sorry. Right in these two candles. So again, but this volume is not creating a nice flow. This is not really having a good pre-market action. All right, PYX, SAM PYX. All right, PYX is has a good daily chart like this here. It's popping up. No volume at the moment though. We can see that on the pre-market action right now. So right over here, you have a lot of volume sitting just on this one candle. Also, it also only has 70,000. Most of it sitting here. So not a great pre-market action right now. UAA Darwin has a lot of indecisions. Let's look at it. UAA. Whoa. UAA, yeah, this is moving now. Look at the volume pouring in. Look at this here, just coming in now. So something come out in UAA. Oh yeah, something just came out. So look at this, guys. A55, something comes out here. So it's moving parabolic, whatever. Now back below 21 Q4 earnings conference call ongoing. Okay, so some news on this. Could be moving today, and it's actually happening right now, as you can see. All right, what else? What else we have? GLUU. Nope, no volume, guys, on this one. MU actually not really in play. MU always looks like this, though. You know, if you want to watch MU because you know you like the way it trades, you could. But MU always starts like this, no volume, not really doing anything, and in some cases it can give you a nice move. This is why sometimes when we don't have a lot of stocks to watch in our watch list, you will see Andrew, myself, or Brian. We will take a peek at MU or AMD because they're always going to get the volume. Are they going to be choppy or not, right? And usually if the market is trading in one direction, MU and AMD tend to follow the SPY. So this is why we look at it, and if the SPY is having some, you know, a strong day or a weak day, these two can trade very good. John, ABC or C or ACB, which one is it? Maybe both. ACB has volume here. It's down 624,000 shares traded so far, down 4%. Daily chart looks good. It's a good daily chart. You have a nice flow to it. We have traded in the past before. I do not have shares for short. This looks very weak at the moment. But I do not have shares for short on ACB. What is the flow on ACB? All right, it's a larger float. So shame we don't have. I don't have shares to short on this, but we can find some levels for ACB because this will definitely be in play. If you have short for this could be in play. Even if you have long, it could find a level and then pop up. But I like to watch stocks that I can go back and forth. All right, we'll do one more. We're coming up on 9 o'clock Eastern time. So we'll Grub. What is Grub up to? Another one that also did kind of like a slingshot move. No volume today. So I had a big day yesterday, sold off nicely, but today's not really doing much at the pre-market. But at the open, it can give you some opportunities like it did yesterday, right? So yesterday didn't do much at the pre-market. Look at this, pretty much dead, and then it sold off really nicely here. Kind of looks like ATBI a little bit, right? Same thing, pops up and then drops. So big day yesterday for Grub. All right, guys, I think we have plenty. Let me go through this list here. Let's get rid of the week. So Cody, though it has 5.8 million shares traded, I mean, it looks like a buyout here, right? I think there's an offer price. They're getting an offer, so it's not yet a buyout, but it's trading like it. So let's find some levels, but I might not keep this. It's moving pretty flat at the moment. I'm not sure. Let's see if we can find something better we can watch. High F pre-market 1158. Above that, you have actually the price action is right at the 200 moving average at the moment. Above this, we have to go back over here. We have a spike right over here, 11.99, basically 12, and another one right over here. I like this one, 12.30, 12.38, 12.38. You have these days kind of bouncing off of it, and then once it loses that, it really drops. So that's good. Below this, we have a clear level right over here. I'm gonna mark down 10.89, and then below that, really have a. Let's get closer. Actually, do we have anything closer? No, we don't. Next level that's more recent is all the way down here. Previous high and lows and previous day close at 950. So in between here, the best level is no clean level here. Again, this right here, there's no clean levels as you got the V going all the way down towards the previous day closes. But you can pick this date right over here, right? You got this consolidation happening around 1044. These days are bouncing off that 1044. It loses it, comes right back to it, and then it takes off. So 1044 towards the downside. Below that, previous day high and then previous day close, previous day low and highs below that. So that's for CO. TY. Again, right now the pre-market action, although it has the volume, it looks pretty flat. It's kind of hanging around that 1129. Hopefully at the open, somebody can take control and give this a nice little open range breakup or breakdown. EA. So on EA here, again, EA will definitely be in play today. Up 8%. Clean level right over here at the previous day high. You have the previous day low down here. What are the levels we have? Let's mark the low of the pre-market at the moment, which is also the open for yesterday. So let's look at 102.20. See what we have some levels above here. Look at that 102.20, how that's playing. That level is playing, right? 102.20, the close of yesterday, the low of today. These few days back come right over here to it. So again, that's a very strong level. Towards the top, if we can get over the high of yesterday, we have this level over here at 109.70, and the way this thing moves, you can clearly see that it can get there. And then we'll mark all the way up here just in case. I don't think we get it to 121, but just in case. But some clean levels, 109. Then you also have some moving averages coming in here around 117. Towards the bottom, again, we have that 102. Anything in between 102 and the previous day close. Yep, we do have 3 days right on here, just kind of hanging around 107. All right, so 107 is good. Some very clean levels right over here. I know we tested 101 as well yesterday. We can mark 101 because we did test that yesterday as well. All right, some really good levels on EA. Definitely going to be in play today. It's trading nicely in the pre-market, tons of volume. Cron is again trying to hold on to the previous day close. It kind of has been, it's been holding this for a while. Doesn't want to let it go, but today's losing it, down 2.3. Right now we got a level right down over here at 1771. You can also mark down this over here, 1847. Then below that, you really have this one all the way down over here at 1584, 1570 or so. So let's see if Cron can hold on here and head back up red to green, or if it's going to continue to drop. We can also mark down the low of the pre-market because it tends to hold the low of the pre-market, do a bounce, and then drop again. So mark down 1881 just in case it holds that. It already tested it once. Let's see what it does going forward. So you can see here, right? It drops down to this level here, then it pops right back up, and then it sells off for the rest of the day. So I like Cron. Good volume. Been trading nice the last several days. GILD. Not a good pre-market action at the moment. Again, still not getting the volume. We left it at 132 just a few minutes ago. But let's find some levels just in case it becomes active in our turbo breakdown, turbo breakup. 64.90, low of the pre-market, 64.91. High of the pre-market, 65.99. If it loses that next clean level, we have a gap here at 64.05. Then clearly one down, all the way down here at 61, and then we can mark this one too. I don't think we'll get there, but let's just mark it 60, 63. Above that, you have the previous day low from this day here. You can also mark this day right over here at 66.93, right? And then from here, you got tons of level. Previous day low, previous day close, previous day high. So let's see what Gilt wants to do. Again, just kind of going sideways now, not really much volume, so I might drop this one. I feel like it stayed at 132 since we looked at it last time. Next, we have FTI. FTI is losing it. Not that much volume. 114. Daily chart looks okay. Let's get some levels just in case. I do have shares for short, so that's good. Level right here at 2089. Another one right over here. If it loses this level, 2013. Clearly 1903. I don't think we'll get there unless this thing really wants to take a dive. Towards the top, you got plenty of levels already. We don't need to add anymore. You have a previous day low here, previous day low, and then previous day high. So plenty of levels. Then above all of these, previous day close and another previous day high. So plenty of levels towards the top side. And you have some clean levels towards the bottom. You have some gaps over here that we can try to fill. So let's see. Right now, its volume is not really there. Again, it's died out at the moment. There's no volume happening. We have a huge candle here with most of the volume for today. Let's see if it can get better. If not, we'll drop that. APHA looks good. Good pre-market action. 194. Wish it would get more volume, but that's okay. Let's look for some levels here. So it is on short selling restrictions. I do not have shares for short. Does anybody have shares for short on this with their broker? Level 771. Below that, we kind of not a really good level here. This is kind of, again, all consolidating really. So this is a very clean level here. Obviously 771. We can mark down this one. It's actually right at the moving average as well. 683, right at the moving average. I think that's a 200 moving average also. Then below that we have a 625. I don't think we get down there, but let's see how it plays out. Then towards the top, previous day low, previous day close. Then you have the gap here, previous day lows hanging around over here. Then previous day highs. Then several levels we have from before, 1047. And actually we can move this to a more recent level now, right over here, 1094. And this one, a more recent level, is a 1030 actually. All right, so that's APHA. Again, looks good for sure. Looks weak, but let's see if we can hold this this level here. Let's mark the pre-market low at 802. It tested it once. Let's see if we can hold that and bounce back right at the open. So let's mark that 802 low of the pre-market. It's testing it one more time right now. Let's see if it's strong enough to bounce back from it. SHOP, SHOP down 5.9. This looks good. Has good volume. Nice daily chart. Again, it's been grinding higher and higher. Now we have this big drop over here. A little higher price stock, 163. But it is trading nice in the pre-market today. So low of the pre-market at the moment is 160.51. So let's mark that down. Below that clean level right here, 153. We can move this up just to hit this date over here. Yeah, 154.84. Very clean level here. Below that, I like this level at 149. You have these days here clearly bouncing off that price range that I want to break. And once it breaks, it goes up to the next level. So 149 if it really decides to take a swim. Towards the top, you have 170 previous day close, and you can also mark this date over here, 167. You also have a moving average coming in as well. Right over here, you have this moving average hanging out at 170. Then above that, previous day close, previous day highs listed all the way up here. So plenty of levels for SHOP. Good pre-market action is, again, it keeps bouncing off this 160 here. That's the low of the pre-market at the moment. So let's see what it wants to do. VRNS, I mean, I like that it's down 23%. Let's find some levels. We might not watch it, but let's find some levels just in case it hits our scanners. Low of the pre-market 47.27, high of the pre-market 50.02. On top of that, and look how this is also being supported here as well, that 50.02. Below this, what do we have below this? Let's go back. Let's get a level. If it loses that pre-market low, what's next? All right, if it loses that pre-market low, this will probably be the next best level. I like 44.66. You have this all these days kind of bouncing, hanging around there. Then you have this coming right down to 44.66 and taking off back up. So that's good. So very clean levels here. Towards the top, we have 49, higher pre-market 50.02. And then up here, not really any good clean levels. We have this one is very clean, right? 54.46, very clean level here. So you can see it's tested it a few times. But in here, I'm going to mark this one, 52.93. I like this one because, again, it's dropping here, consolidating. Comes back down, comes back up, consolidates, and all these days are opening and closing within that 52.93. So just to have something between this price range, because obviously from 50.02 all the way to 55.46, that's a big move. You want to have something in between where you can expect some resistance. All right, so VNRS, again, looks okay. Hopefully can get the volume though. I like the fact that it's down so much, but the volume's got to come in. Daily chart looks good on it as well. AMRS, I'm not sure about this one. Again, I don't like the daily chart as much, and I don't like the volumes. I think I'm gonna drop AMRS. I'm not gonna watch it. Again, it just doesn't have a lot going for it right now, so I'm gonna get rid of it. UAA is looking better now. It's getting some volume, 1.4 million shares traded, so this is looking good now. Volume is just starting to pour in here, so that's good. Let's find some levels. We got a level towards the top. High of pre-market, let's move this up. High of pre-market is at 22. We have 2280 above that. Where do we get that level from? Right over here in these days. And then below this, we have a clean level over here, 1945. I'm getting pretty close to that. Below that, we have another one, 1859. So two good clean levels towards the bottom, 1945 and 1859. So good volume here, good pre-market action. Started a little bit weak, but then some news came out here. Now it's starting to move nicely. ATVI starting to sell off here. Not with much volume just yet, but it's looking really weak. So yeah, I'm gonna watch ATVI also. High of pre-market right now, 40.99. Let's move this down a little more. Yep, 40.99. Then towards the bottom, you have the previous day close and previous day low hanging out right there. So let's see what is below that. This all-time low? I don't think so, right? Nope, we have some action happening right over here. So we can mark this one is the next good level. We have 39.05. Below that, we have another one, 38.45. Then let's mark this down over here just in case. 36.05. I don't think we get there, but you never know. All right, so plenty of levels, plenty of good levels for ATVI. Let's see if we can get the volume in a direction. ACB has a good pre-market action. Tons of volume, 901,000 shares traded so far. Let's mark the low of the pre-market. Seems like it's bouncing from that now, 673. On the daily chart, let's look at this level over here, 617. We got 3 days bouncing off this 617, 618. We got the 200 moving average also coming in within that price. That's good. If you want to have something in between here, which I like to do, you have this one over here at 645. Right, 645. You have this date here, and here, or opening and closing, or spiking up to that date. All right, below that, just in case we lose that moving average and that 618, another good level will be 650. I'm sorry, 580 right over there. All right, so ACB is good. I do not have shares for short, unfortunately, on ACB, so I might personally not watch that. Grub is not doing much. I'm gonna get rid of Grub because it's just not really doing much at the moment. All right, so COTY, again, I don't like COTY just because the price action is not really showing me anything that exciting. It's just kind of going flat. Even with all that, 6.4 million shares traded, it's moving sideways. So that's not great. So I'm on the fence on this one. I might get rid of it. Let's go through it again. EA I like. I'm going to watch EA. Cron I like, doing the same thing I did yesterday, kind of sold off and then went back up. GILD. No, I'm gonna get rid of GILD. Just no volume really. I mean, it's been at 132 now, at 158 almost all morning. So let's get rid of it. FTI, no volume. Let's get rid of it. APHA, holding that 102, holding that pre-market low. My thing with APHA is that I do not have shares for short, and it is on short selling restrictions if you do have shares for short. So I'm going to get rid of this one. I'm just going to watch Cron. I like to trade Cron better. But if you do have shares for short on APHA, this could be a good stock to watch. Even if you don't, if it decides to do a move towards the long side, it could be a good play. VRNS doesn't really have much volume, but I like the fact that it's down 22%. I like to see stocks when they have that drastic drop, so I'm going to watch that one. UA I like, has good action, good pre-market action, a lot of volume, good daily chart, good levels. So I like this. Let's mark the low of the pre-market for UAA. Let's mark that right over here. Hey, good morning, Brian. For those on YouTube, Brian is just joined us. So say hi to Brian.
Good morning, everyone.
Hey, Brian, what do you like this morning?
Just looking at shop, VRNS. You see the pot stocks are down today. What else?
Yeah, pot stocks are taking a huge hit last couple of days.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Everything else pretty green, eh?
Yeah, yep. I do have one that I like. It doesn't have a good volume right now. VRNS, because it's down 23%, right? So it's down quite a bit.
Yep.
So I like to see stocks like that when they drop so much.
Yeah, for sure.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Did you find any good low floats today?
I'm just looking here now.
Okay. EA's on the move. J-Bone, good question. So what the reason why I like stocks that are down so much is because you're going to get some type of action, right? People that have been holding this stock, at 64, now they find their account down, 23%. You expect something to happen. It's either going to bounce back up. It could consolidate, but usually you get some kind of action one way or the other. People are going to scramble to get rid of their shares, or they're going to scramble to say, hey, this is a good price, I'm going to buy now. And, it's going to shoot back up eventually over the next couple of days. So that's what I like about that. It's just, it has a better chance of doing some kind of a move. Again, doesn't always work that way, but that's what I like about that when something is down so much. All right, guys. So this is COTY. What do you think about COTY? That might be the one I dropped today.
CLTY.
It just looks like a buy.
Yeah, it looks pretty flat. I looked at that.
Okay.
Yeah, it didn't. Yeah, it does kind of look like a buyout.
Yeah, there's just a proposal for an offer to acquire it at 11.65, right. But again, I just don't like. I'm gonna get rid of it actually. Yep, gonna get rid of it. I think we have some other good ones we can watch.
11.65. Yeah, it's actually trading below the offer price. Kind of interesting, but
yeah,
quite often they do get discounted. Yeah, like in shop.
Yeah, shop looks
a little bit choppy.
Yeah, shop looks good with the volume, and also that is down quite a bit. 5%. 5%, guys, doesn't sound like a lot, but for a stock that's trading at 175, 5% is quite a bit.
All right.
Benny, EA short squeeze. Yeah, EA is again, it's looking really strong on this this pre-market right now. It looks like it wants to go towards the high of yesterday.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Let's see what it does here if it hits that 107. It's making your high of the pre-market right now 106. Let's see if it can get above that.
Yeah, shop looks interesting. I just when things gap up a lot, it's a little bit of a challenge to find things.
Yeah, it sure is.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining us on YouTube. Here's my watch list. This is what I'm gonna stick to for now. I'm gonna see what what else happens between now and the open. We got 9:20, 10 minutes to the open. So the watch list right now, I have EA, Cron, SHOP, VRNS, UAA, and ATVI. I did drop ACB. Still a good stock to watch. So put on your side list if you want to watch that. But I'm gonna take it off for now because I don't have shares for sure. I like to watch things that can go both ways. So thank you guys for joining us. If you have any questions, throw them on here. We got the moderators helping us out in the YouTube channel. Also, if you comment below, we will make sure to get back to you as well. Take care, guys. Have a great day and trade safe.